Combat: George Foreman, the man who defied time and defeated the odds. By Deborah Migwee, 1 day ago. Athlon Sports. Follow, https://img.particlenews.com. George Foreman is an American former professional boxer. The 76-year-old competed for 30 years between 1967 to 1997. During his younger days, he was nicknamed Big George. When he was a fighter, George was able to achieve the heavyweight championship twice and an Olympic gold medalist. In 1974, when he was 25 years old, he was unbeaten heavyweight champion of the world until he locked horns with the famous Muhammad Ali in legendary Rumble in the Jungle, and lost his title in the 8th round. Nearly 20 years later, in November 1994, he wore the same red shorts at the age of 45 years and reclaimed the title he lost. He knocked out his opponent Michael Moorer and he won back the heavyweight world championship title. Can you believe 50 years ago, the Rumble in the Jungle, fighting Muhammad Ali? Looking back at the best time of my life, celebrate with me with a slice of cake, as I relive the rope-a-dope, said George on X as he enjoyed a chocolate cake. His followers didn't hesitate to engage with him in the comments section. Hi Big George, did you ever get into trash talking during your fighting career or get upset about it? An X-user asked. I never did trash talking, nor was I ever upset with anyone who did so, said George. Dear Mr. Foreman, I've always found your life story very interesting. Today I watched Big George Foreman on Netflix and had tears in my eyes. You are an inspiration, sir. God bless you. Regards from India, concluded another X-user. Currently, George Foreman is an entrepreneur, minister and author. His troubled childhood made him take up amateur boxing in the 1960s. In 1968 Summer Olympics he won a gold medal in the heavyweight division. In just a year he turned professional in 1969, he won the world heavyweight title with a stunning second-round knockout to his opponent Joe Frazier in 1973. His next bout against Muhammad Ali took place in Kinshasa, Zaire. The historic bout was being promoted as Rumble in the Jungle, exceeded its wildest expectations. During training in mid-September, Foreman suffered a cut above his eye, forcing the bout to be pushed forward a month ahead. On the other hand, Ali used his time to tour Zaire. When they finally met in the ring, Ali was aggressive to Foreman and he eventually outscored him with superior punching speed, and that's how Foreman lost his title to Ali. George decided to take a whole decade away from the ring and returned back in 1987. He announced the comeback at the age of 38 years, but his motive was to raise funds for a youth center he had started. He had used his earnings from the previous fights to fund the center. Among the potential opponents he eyed on was Mike Tyson. Even though many thought that going back to the ring was a mistake, he proved to them that age isn't a barrier to people achieving their goals. He achieved 4 wins that year. The next year, 1988, he won 9 bouts more. His last and final bout was in November 22, 1997. He lost the fight and hanged his boxing gloves. In his entire boxing career he had a total of 81 fights, 76 wins, 68 of them by knockout, 8 by decision and 5 losses, 1 by knockout, the other 4 by decision. He remains to be a respected figure in the society. Who knocked out Ali? Did Mike Tyson win the fight? George Foreman's legacy. Foreman's God-given talent. Foreman's punching speed.